have Stark, who really comes in and hits the crease very hard. Cummins, you know, charges in and regularly bowling at high 80s and doing all those hard yards and those tough overs when that ball's not swinging.
Sarfraz has now removed the second slip, so he's really getting a little too defensive for my liking. Ireland are still in arrears by 87 runs here, and you've got Mohammad Amir who's charging in on basically 1.5 knees, and you want to give your fast bowler every encouragement. If it starts to get totally out of hand, you've still got another day to go in this test match. But then you can get a bit more defensive and plug gaps, but not now.
You certainly like to think a bowler of his quality that it isn't really going to go pear-shaped, is it? Let's get 2 slips and
Correct.
2 gullies in there. Then that sort of brings in, that's the end of the 39th over, and Ireland are 93 for 2.
Change your voice, Ramiz Raja, John Kenny.
Shadab continuing from the Dublin Road end. Now O'Brien facing on 17. Nearly run out when he was on naught. Obviously anxious to get off that golden pair. But has looked comfortable since then. A lot of kamikaze running between the wickets early on. Obviously had Joyce run out for 43.
Yeah!
Couldn't get his 39-year-old legs up to the castle end fast enough, and unfortunately run out. Nadi Balberdi at LBW for the second time to Abbas for naught. So it leaves us at 93 for 2 in this second innings. Ireland still trailing by 87 runs. Loud appeal, not given this time.
Interesting call from the umpire. I thought Shadab was probably just a little unlucky because that ball was, possibly missing leg. Yeah, I thought the ball wasn't really spinning that much across the stumps, but it was. Umpire would have been guessing, yeah. Marginal. It's inquiring from the umpire whether that, why wasn't that out?
That was a feature of Shadab yesterday. Lots of loud appeals of his bowling yesterday as well. That seemed to be just dribbling down the leg side. O'Brien survives. Well, Ireland this morning would have been looking to consolidate. 93 for 2. in Malahide on this, the opening session of day 4. There's no threat of rain around today, thankfully, and there is talk that the clouds will burn off a little later on. Ramy's feeling a little bit chilly up here, but they reckon they'll get to about 16, maybe 19 degrees later on today, much warm you up.
It's incredible. You're not even wearing a jacket or anything, just a shirt. And I'm here
Just hot, mate.
in my woolies, wrapped up.
This is positively balmy for us, I can tell you. Another big LBW appeal. Missing again, I think.
The shouts of leg before wicket just exemplifying the frustration of the Pakistanis. Yeah, big angle would have taken the ball down the leg side. Pakistan just a wee bit desperate about picking up wicket or two.
In the end, a bit of a stifled appeal. Looked a bit high that time.
Yeah, he's bowling a good spell here. The ball cutting back once again. Impact a little high, would have gone on over the stumps this time.
Amir still limping a little bit, but he's running in as fast as he possibly can. Left the field late last night with that injury. He's giving it his all. In the 7th over, only conceded 7 runs.
Yeah, he's been theatrical as well with his appeals. Yeah, I mean, from that angle, umpire would only be guessing. Ball being pitched in the rough and spinning across. Just having a word with the captain, possibly asking him to just keep it low a bit. Obviously, Pakistan would want Ireland to be dismissed before 87 runs, because they wouldn't want to bat on this pitch. And I think that could be another reason of their anxiety out there, because pitch is playing few tricks. They wouldn't want to be chasing a score of, say, 100.
Just talking to Kevin O'Brien yesterday, obviously with 10 wickets in hand starting today, they were trying to consolidate, dig in, perhaps give themselves a lead of maybe 150. That's a long way off. Those 2 wickets down early. Both when Ireland were on 69. Moved it on now to 93.
He's looking for leg before wicket here, Mohammad Amir. He's only been given a slip in a gully. So if that's the scenario, that he may as well have a man at short leg, because the ball is rearing from that good length area. And there's been play and miss. A couple of balls have hit the pads down the leg side. So man position there, maybe in business at short leg. Possibility of an inside edge, sure.
Last ball of this over. Nicely defended by Porterfield. Ireland 93 for 2. Ireland 93 for 2. This their second innings, having been asked to follow on by Pakistan. Lost 2 wickets this morning in Ed Joyce and Andy Balbirnie. Joyce run out, Balbirnie LBW. 2 men at the crease, Porterfield and O'Brien. Porterfield's been there for a while. 111 deliveries he's faced for his 31.
Shadab looking to target the rough outside the off stump. And opening up options also for Sarfraz. If Yasir Shah gets fit, Pakistan would be in a good position to play two leggies in subcontinent conditions. It's been a little bit on the slow side for my liking. I think he's just got to rip it a little bit more because the pitch is slow, so it allows the batsman time to watch the ball to spin.
No! And Niall O'Brien is a good player of spin, we know that. Porterfield at the other end on 31. And Porterfield hasn't scored since the 35th over. And we're now in the 42nd, so he's been really digging in after Joyce departed. Ooh. Half chance. Nicked around the corner. End of the over. Ireland 94 for 2. The last ball of the Shadab over. Was this a chance? Short. O'Brien pushing forward past the outstretched arms of Imam. He looked a little disconsolate. He didn't get to it, but it was short. And it's Amir to continue from the Castle end.
Yeah, there's variation for sure, but no pace. And so I think field to the bat is the way to go. You saw that shot from Niall O'Brien, just forcing himself and ball going nowhere. No timing.
We saw some really dodgy running between the wickets early on. Niall O'Brien certainly lucky to be still there. He was well short of his ground as he got off the mark. Shy of the stumps, missed. No run. And he's done well since then. This kamikaze running between the wickets seems to have stopped, and this pair have dug in well. O'Brien 18 from 42 deliveries. Porterfield, as we mentioned, hasn't scored since the 35th over. We're in over 43, 31 runs, but there's still plenty of time. We haven't even reached lunch on this day 4. Ireland's first protocol is get those 83 runs, make Pakistan bat again. After that, we're in bonus territory.
No run. Just trying to figure out whether the ball is reversing or not, because the pitch is abrasive. The grass is gone off, partly because of the daily mowing